All right. Now, somebody put that the reason I puts on the spy for this fall was because Burry did it. No. Burry does things that I don't agree with. Like he heavily invests in private prisons and things like that. So as far as that, no. I'm not saying he's not a smart man. Obviously, it's just I don't shadow him. This is something we've been working on. My little crew has been working on for a while. I've talked about this, I guess, a year or two ago. I said there was going to be a time. Fact check me for the people that have been around from the beginning. I said the eurozone is going to go bye bye. Remember, I said the banks are going to be in trouble. Have we had run on banks and more to come? There was just another one that failed the other day. Nobody was like, shh, brother, shh. Think about it. It's been like how many years since the 2008 collapse, and the government is still injecting money to save little banks because the little banks will reach up to the big banks. Listen, here's the real deal of this. I look at this fall based on my X-Force prediction. Let me explain why. All these stocks, okay, they're tied to the US economy, the American ones, okay? And if not, they got American clients and yada, yada, yada. They're switching over this fall. The whole world is ditching the dollar in the SWIFT system. What do you think is going to happen to the US stock market? Look at the M2 money supply. The last time that number was that low, all you needed was a couple of unemployed guys in major cities, and all of a sudden you have Great Depression. So at the end of the day, shorting the SPY is not me still in Wall Street. It's me saying, go fuck your mother. I'm done with it. But I had some money sitting on some things because I had to cash out, and I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? Let me just put it in there. But please understand something. The reality of what's coming, what are you going to do when the major Asian investors, let's say China, when they wash their hands to the American stocks? You know what's going to happen? Think about it. They're ditching the dollarized system. What do you think is going to happen to the stocks and bonds in the United States? Remember, our major banks, our banks, were shorting the U.S. Treasury. Think about it. Treasury bonds. They were shorting the Treasury bonds. Like, does anybody look? It's right there if you want to see it. I've been talking about this for the longest time. People were asking me, it's time to short the SPY. Like, yeah, you can make money back and forth, when the banks were obviously going under, SVB and everything else like that. But this fall, there's like 200 banks on the watch list that are like, America got downgraded the other day. Like, you don't even need any more, you don't need that, anything more than that. And on top of that, do you really believe that we're going to go into the next year, we're going to decide who's going to be our leader? Do you really think this is going to go smooth? Nah. Listen, at the end of the day, if you play options, if you feel whatever, lucky, just take a look at the things I'm telling you. US dollar is going to tank. The world is going to their own currency. Okay, we have now going to be introducing CBDCs all over the place. We're technically at war. I mean, do you think this is going to go good? I don't think it's going to go good. So you take a look at all those factors, and then since now I'm heavily into certain cryptos, but if you look at my cryptos, that investment that I did in cryptos is based on the U.S. system basically going bye-bye. That's why the puts are on the SPY. It's a super simple thing. If you don't see it, maybe you're not meant to see it, it's fine. XRP, X-Force, XLM, XDC, HBAR is much easier. Think about this for a second. Right now, when the world starts using, let's say, I don't know, XRP, XLM as their stable coin to move things around, well, what do you think is going to happen to the US dollar and the system? We got nothing back in the dollar, and this stock market is fugazi. Please understand, the position I took on the SPY is just because that's the easiest way to exit out with a bang. I hope that makes sense.